Can skin cancer kill you? It's a question I hear all the time. And the honest answer is yes, it absolutely can. But here's the good news. Most skin cancers are very treatable, especially when caught early. So today I want to walk you through which types of skin cancer are the most dangerous, what makes them deadly, and what you can do right now to protect yourself. Hi, I'm Dr. Morgana Colombo. I'm a board certified dermatologist practicing in Northern Virginia and also founder of Vida Derma, a science-backed skincare line aimed to help women as they age. So guys, let's start with the basics. Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. Millions of cases are diagnosed every year, but not all skin cancers are created equal, and some have way more potential for serious harm than others. There are three main types of skin cancer that you need to know about: basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and melanoma. And then there's a rare one called Merkel cell carcinoma that deserves a mention just because of how aggressive that one can be. That's the one that took Jimmy Buffett's life, guys. Basal cell carcinoma is by far the most common. It makes up roughly 80% of non-melanoma skin cancers. The good news is that basal cell carcinoma almost never spreads to other parts of the body, and deaths from basal cell carcinoma are extremely rare. It tends to grow slowly, and when it's removed, it's usually cured. So while it needs to be treated, it's generally not the one that keeps doctors up at night. It's the one that we say, if you're going to pick one, it's the one we would pick. Squamous cell carcinoma is the second most common type. This one is a bit more concerning than basal cell carcinoma because it does have the ability to spread, especially if it's left untreated for a long time. The risk of a squamous cell carcinoma spreading is roughly 4 to 5%. And that risk goes up significantly if your immune system is weakened, say, from an organ transplant or certain medications. And it also increases if it's located on the mouth or lips and ears. In the United States, an estimated 2,000 or more people die from non-melanoma skin cancers each year. And squamous cell carcinoma accounts for most of those deaths. Now, melanoma. Melanoma is the skin cancer that gets the most attention, and it is for good reason. Melanoma makes up only about 1% of all skin cancers, but it causes the majority of skin cancer-related deaths. In 2025, roughly 105,000 new cases of invasive melanoma are expected in the United States, with about 8,400 deaths. So that one is the one that kills, guys. So you have to be aware and cautious. What makes melanoma so dangerous is its ability to spread quickly to lymph nodes, lungs, brain, and other organs. When melanoma is caught early and it's still localized to the skin, the 5-year survival rate is over 99%. But once it spreads to distant parts of the body, that number drops to about 32%. That's a massive difference. This is why early detection matters so much when it comes to skin cancer, in specific melanoma. Another type of skin cancer that we sometimes think about is called Merkel cell carcinoma. Most people probably have never heard of Merkel cell carcinoma, and that is because it is very rare, with fewer than 3,000 cases diagnosed each year in the United States. But it became sort of like a little known because Jimmy Buffett passed away from Merkel cell carcinoma. Merkel cell carcinoma is one of the most aggressive skin cancers out there. Studies show that the cancer-specific mortality for Merkel cell carcinoma is more than twice as much as melanoma. 5-year survival for localized Merkel cell carcinoma is about 51%, and for distant disease, it drops to just 14%. This type of skin cancer usually affects older adults and people who have weak immune systems. So can skin cancer kill you? Yes. But here's what I want you to take away from this. The vast majority of skin cancer deaths are preventable. Preventing skin cancer starts with protecting your skin from ultraviolet radiation, sun exposure. That means wearing broad spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher every day on exposed skin and reapplying every 2 hours when you're outside. I tend to favor, like I've mentioned multiple times, the mineral-based sunscreens. Wearing a wide brimmed hat, UV blocking sunglasses, and clothing that covers your arms and legs when you can is also a good idea. You can choose UPF clothing for extra protection. Try to stay in the shade during peak sun hours, which are usually between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And be sure to avoid indoor tanning completely. There is no safe tan, guys. A tan indicates damage to your skin cells. Indoor tanning has been directly linked to increased risk of melanoma and other skin cancers. So after protection, there is another important thing you should do. That is seeing your dermatologist. Early detection of skin cancer is critical to your long-term health. Get to know your skin, look for new spots, moles that are changing in size, shape, color, or any sort that won't heal. The ABCD rule is a helpful guide. Asymmetry, irregular borders, uneven color, a diameter larger than a pencil eraser, and evolving over time. That's the ABCDE of melanoma. Evolving means that the lesion is changing with time. If you notice any of these changes, see a dermatologist promptly. People at higher risk, including those with fair skin, a history of sunburns, many moles, a family history of melanoma, or a weakened immune system, should be especially vigilant and discuss regular skin checks with their doctor. Bottom line is, guys, skin cancer is common. And some types can be life-threatening, but with smart sun protection habits and paying attention to changes in your skin, you can dramatically reduce your risk and catch problems early when they're most treatable. Your skin is your body's largest organ. Take care of it. If you found this helpful, consider sharing it with someone you care about. And if you have questions about your skin, talk to your doctor or board-certified dermatologist. Don't wait. Remember to hit like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, drop in the comments below and I can do a future educational video about it. I will see you in the next video.